I think the cliff is 315-ish, so I'll come up a bit.
20 meters bearing north. Yeah, we have a little play with our depth, right? So we can,
Not worried about that little ridge just outside that ring?
Nah.
no. Which one? That little thing right in the 20 meter?
Yeah.
That's actually, I think, artifact from the sonar being too
I believe it
high.
to be.
Yeah, that's what this whole square is. You can just see a faint square. See that artifact often, but usually it's a bit fainter and farther out. So that indicates sonar head's a bit high up.
From NOAD with a bunch of Urialids.
Zoom in there if you want.
Science, please feel free to correct anything that comes out of my mouth.
Not if it doesn't need it.
And they're clutched on there.
Yeah.
Wow, that current's just going.
Yeah, it is.
I love how they form those little spirals. That looks so cool.
Mini octopus. Octopus do that with their legs too.
Yeah.
I was looking around for a second like, where?
Show me.
Don't you lie to me.
Nice. Thanks.
We did have one earlier during the seep dive, and we blew past him to look at bubbles, so we could hear the collective moan from
Of the octopus?
Nice, Ken Burns, Marley.
the Nautilus world.
Well done.
Or sorry, what did we blow past earlier?
I
We
could
blew
only
past
fly
the
as
octopus
graceful.
to look at
Yeah,
seep
there was
bubbles.
a really pretty octopus. I saw that.
And you could just hear everybody watching out there going, "Oh, octopus,
Yeah.
not bubbles." Go back.
Ooh, hi.
Oh,
Ready to
Dan's
fight.
favorite thing.
If I can get a cheap drill here. Gross myself out. Close up on the...
That's Lithodius kusai, I believe, crab.
I'm gonna
Okay, Marley.
Scarlet King.
Zoom away.
Scarlet King.
Scarlet King, yep.
Wow.
Maybe not. He's got spikier legs. Yeah, he might be something else.
Is he eating?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Quado from like Total Recall. Like a body within a body.
Wow.
Might need to peel away.
Yep, getting pulled. But that's the ship, I believe.
Yeah, so that why I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Which way do we need to go there?
North.
He's to the northeast of me. Roger. Okay.
Northeast.
Come towards you, Argus. You can zoom, go wide, please, video.
Yep.
We're gonna turn and burn, catch up with Argus here.
Sorry.
I've been here before. Now we're in new territory.
Yep.
Argus to the north of
And
me.
they're
Larger primnoids there.
Yep. Again, lots of euryalid friends. And thorny head?
Yep, these are going to be long spine at this depth, long spine thorny heads.
Hey, you can try a pull-up zoom there if you want.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It almost looks like a bouquet.
Do something of a reset here.
Thanks for the
There we go.
zoom.
It's a bit better.
Yeah, it's more like it.
I feel like it's going to keep happening, so I'll just try to keep on it.
So there are actually two species of thorny heads that are found off the west coast here. There are long spine thorny heads and short spine thorny heads. And
Zoom in a bit if you want, Marley.
the feature there that you can see on this guy is the third dorsal spine. On the long spines, it is much higher than the rest of the dorsal fin, and he's going to turn profile just so we can see that.
Yeah.
Very cooperative.
Look at his eye. Yeah, big eye.
So the long spines are found deeper, but are much smaller than the short spine thorny heads.
This one digging in a little to not fly away with the current. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
holding on.
Yep, they tend to find a spot and camp out there. They're ambush predators. And very used to living in low oxygen conditions.
Yeah, tough little dudes. Nice. Cool.
So one of the scientists on the chat, Liz Clark, is with us tonight. She's asking, she saw a sponge nearby.
Um,
And
I'm seeing about the live clam questions. We had not
there it
seen
is.
any
There's
live clams. By
Yeah,
the way.
we saw some.
Live? I didn't notice any live. They looked all
What are we
pretty dead.
looking for?
Couldn't tell if they were, yeah, I
that
guess.
sponge, the base sponge right there in front.
Oh yeah, zoom on
Below
sponge.
the
Sorry, I'm
lasers.
distracted.
Can we
the
get a
center.
zoom on that, please?
Yeah, let me see if I can come around here without crunching a coral.
Yeah, they might not have been alive, Leela. I concur.
Come down a few meters, please, Mike.
Coming down.
Tend to do a lower delta when we're on the cliff. Gives me more room. You're still 20 meters behind me. Well, to my right.
What kind of
So
sponge
that
do we
looks to
video,
be
you can
another.
try to zoom there a bit. See if I can hold it.
Looks to be another heterocone.
I can't quite hold it sideways there. Maybe I can.
Nice. And another shrimp friend. Hanging on.
Mhm.
That little shrimp is hanging on.
Yeah, is he
Must
like
have come out of
dodging
his
the
house.
current?
Mm.
It's like coming out of your house in a hurricane.
Totally.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
Okay, speaking of current, that's just what got us. You can zoom out.
And did we get some shots with the lasers in also?
I believe so. I can give you another one there just to make sure.
There we go.
Yep.
Want to do a quick look on gauges? Not gonna write them down.
Liz says thank you.
Sure, yeah. Can have a quick run.
Oh, heterocone, CH.
That was me there causing a little carnage on the next to the coral. It's pretty soft, like clay.
Erica, you were mentioning that they can age the corals
Zoom
often
there if
using
you
the
want
base.
video.
How do you guys age the sponge?
Oh, hey.
Zoom.
I am not familiar with a way to age the sponge yet. According to Abigail Powell, who's our sponge expert, the best age estimates they have right now are places where they've been able to watch sponge start from the beginning and grow.
Mm-hmm.
They have a historical record of an area.
Excellent.
Come towards the light. All right, that's zoomed in all the way.
So that's a pandalid shrimp. It looks like a Pandalopsis.
Pandalopsis.
Spelling here.
P-A-N-D-A? Pandalopsis?
Yep, just like the bear.
Nice. Thank you for zooms. All right, zooming out. Oh, skate?
Oh, yeah.
See if I can sneak up on him.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look, more coral too.
Yeah, this is an interesting little chunk of fauna.
Can we get a zoom on the skate? He's
Yeah, I'll see if I can. You can do a laser zoom now, Marla. See how that goes.
It's beautiful.
I think that might be a rough tail skate.
Rough tail skate? Can I zoom a little further, Dan? Or...
Yeah, you can zoom in a little more if you want. There's a
Wow.
You can see all the spines
Yeah.
and thorns. He's got spines, many rows of spines on both wings, and then all down his back.
Dan, can we turn the lasers off just for a second? Just to get
Sure.
a cinematic thing.
Lasers off.
Yeah. Okay, it's
Nice.
beautiful. It's like a hypnotic movement, kind of making me sleepy. Like a very muscular ghost. Yeah, right. Right. All right, zooming out.
couple crabs there too. So
Yeah.
you want to see them real quick?
Guessing why not?
One looks like he's belly up.
They look like
Uh-oh.
they're sizing each other up, but one is clearly larger than the other.
One's belly up.
Oh, belly up?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh.
What transpired here?
Yeah, already been sized up.
It did not end well.
Should I zoom on this guy? Maybe a
Sure.
quick zoom. Oh, yeah.
So that looks like a grooved tanner crab.
Oh, these are tanner crabs.
These are tanner crabs. Maybe not grooved. He's something different. He's got a bit, his rostrum's a bit different.
These are commercially harvested, no? Tanner crabs, at least?
Not so much down here on the West Coast. They can be, and they are quite tasty, but there's not a big fishery for them. It's more of an experimental fishery.
Gotcha.
Well, that coral's been there for a while.
Wow.
Can we turn the lasers back on for size?
And after
Thank you.
looking our skate up, I'm going to change it to a deep sea skate. So it's
Deep sea skate.
Mhm.
yeah, Bathiraja abyssacola.
I won't try to spell that one. Should we do a zoom?
What's
Sure.
that?
These Paragorgia
Quick
are,
zoom.
yes, please on the zoom. And these Paragorgia are so floofy.
Yeah,
Usually they're
So
all the
floofy.
polyps out. I'm not used to seeing them all so passionately out. There's just so much food floating by. I mean, what are they going to stay home?
Gauges, we're good?
Yeah.
Right there.
All right, got some good pictures. Cool.
and very knobbly too. Usually the stalks of Paragorgia are quite spindly, so
Yeah.
this is a different morphology for sure.
Oh, on the move.
He's going to do a flyby for us.
Yeah, I love this. So beautiful.
We'll make a great GIF.
So now you have to come up with a funny saying to go with it, right?
Hey, Michael, can you decrease the range of your sub bottom a little bit?
Yeah.
I just want to see that a bit better as I monitor it. That's good.
That's 30.
30 is good. Might need 50 if we get off cliff, but I'll be all right.
So would these be
Is that a hint, Marley?
I mean, I'm just here. You guys do whatever you want to do.
I like your clues.
are we
Perfect.
in the midst of a move?
We're still, so Hercules is behind Argus, so once we drive forward as we keep looking at this stuff, then I'll move the ship again.
Okay, I just maybe next time we see one of these floofy paragorgias, we can just snip a little
We can do it now if you
twig
like.
off. Okay, that'd be great.
Quick snip.
Yeah, we're all settled here. You all right with that, Dan?
Big one for a snip. Let's see how we can sit down in there. I was sitting on my tail there.
Yeah.
I'll try and come back. Sit up here, and the little one on the left is good. Good for you.
Yep, whatever. And if we can just take a little branch without.
10 centimeters.
Perfect.
You want a bump of Argus back towards you, or are you okay with this?
I'm good.
All right.
And Data, what sample number is this going to be?
This is going to be 22022.
Thank you.
That's why I put the Velcro on the exhaust. That guy's gets scraped off of there.
Are you ready?
No, you're gonna leave it like that.
Oh, okay. You want eyes on craft?
I can see it. Shadow coming.
Copy.
Shadows are your friends. I like it when it comes into the picture, as opposed to the picture moving to it. Hey, Marley, you can zoom in there.
Too much out. Oh, yeah. Really weird.
Zoom out just a bit, maybe. Yeah. Any particular one or dealer's choice?
Dealer's choice. Whatever's easiest without breaking the whole puppy off.
Huh. Let's see how we go here.
Oh.
That one looks to be. Oh, wait a second. I need to make an adjustment here. Group force 5. How about 3? Try 3.
Looks no different than that crab from earlier. From this view.
And there's a little Tritonia nudibranch right at the base of the coral there.
Oh, yeah, I see
Tritonia
it.
nudibranch. Nice snip.
Well done, Dan. That looks so
All right, let's see where to put this thing. Are we okay doing starboard bio box with this?
Sure.
All right, let's do A, starboard
Depends
bio
if he's
box.
a floater or a sinker. I forget. Okay, you can salvo and open the box.
Ready?
Yeah, if you want, Arlie, you can zoom in while we're playing around with our box here.
Okay, I'm popping out.
Yep.
And there also looks to be a shelf sponge underneath of the Paragorgia on the right hand side.
That guy. You think it'll sink? I'll see if I can stick the jaws down in there.
I think it'll be neutral.
Yeah, sometimes they stick to the jaws.
It'll shouldn't be. This is perfect. The ROV is just doing the camera work for me.
Appears to be a
Look.
sinker.
Yeah,
Sweet.
sweet, awesome.
Okay, close, close, close.
Close, close, close.
Sample NA. All right, go back to regular. Thank you.
It's funny how one of these is all floofed out. I mean, this one, all the polyps are in. I mean, of course, we just poked it, but
Disturbed it,
I did
yeah.
poke it. Okay, you can bubble me back to one.
But yeah, now we're getting a clear view of what it really looks like, and you're right, it is very knobbly.
I'm actually going to call it that in my notes, the knobbly Paragorgia.
Knobbly Paragorgia.
That was a rather rapid rise there.
That was fun. Thanks, Dan.
I tried to do a slow float up, but didn't work too well.
Wow, all sorts of stuff. Finding some habitat with that coral.
What's that?
All sorts of different things living on that coral, not just the brittle stars, but different worms and the nudibranch and anything to get a little height and get yourself out into that current.
That was a Tritonia nudibranch earlier, you said?
Correct.
Hexagonal basalt, or is that a garbage?
What was that, Nev?
Is that garbage or hexagonal basalt?
Yeah, that is very
Garbage,
interestingly
maybe.
shaped.
Zoom in on the sponge if you want.
Yep.
this that lysocene sponge again?
Yeah, that's a general grouping for this sort of morphology of
Gotcha.
sponge, and ones we don't have a name for.
Understood.
It's really cool to get super zoomed in and see just how intricate like the inner webbing of them is.
Yeah. It's really cool to look at them up close whenever we sample glass sponges once they come off the vehicle.
Yeah.
And they're always,
They're so
go ahead.
they're so varied too.
Yeah, the texture is so
And
different on so many different kinds. You'll think it's going to be more crunchier, and then it'll come up feeling softer than you expected, more particulate or flexible, I should say. And it likes to break up into particles.
It's like
we've
a
had
piece of
them.
wood back there.
Does look like wood, doesn't it?
We've had them in bio boxes where they create a bunch of mucus on their way up, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
end up with a giant slime ball by the time it comes to the surface.
Oops. Yeah, so that's a weird thing that we're looking at.
Yeah, what is this?
It does look very angular. What were these shrimp called again?
That's a good question.
It
I
was,
think that's a different one.
oh, it was the Pandalopsis earlier, right?
Right, the bigger red ones are
Gotcha.
Pandalopsis.
Okay, we're on the move.
That one back there?
And that one I don't recognize, the one on the wood or the rock there, and then there's the little guys that live in the sponge. Yes, so he's up and to the right, the Ampla Pandalopsis.
Up and to the right.
No, you've got him right just above the lasers is the shrimp we're talking about.
All right. A little upside down forest in there. Come on, Herc. Sorry, dusted that one. Zoom in there, Marley. Okay, good.
What's that coral on the left? Orangey.
Octocoral, is it? No.
Okay, you can zoom a little more if you want. I kind of dusted it there.
I don't know if that's the orange there.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's a coral. I think it might be zoanthids growing on
Oh, yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, you can zoom out.
So it's on an old coral.
Right.
Just trying to get a shot of the guys hanging upside down there. That's quite good. Can't get the light on them.
Wow, that's a weird looking ledge.
All right, you want to try zooming in there? See if we're in the neighborhood. That's the ones.
It's all the way zoomed.
Okay.
Bryozoans, maybe?
All right.
Yep.
Good to go.
Moving on.
Nicole, are you
Can,
still with us?
try to zoom there if you want.
I sure am. I'm sorry. I'm so intrigued in the video we're watching here.
Do you have any Olympic Coast or Quinault Canyon tidbits to throw out?
I have a question. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
guys know much about the growth rate of sponges? Like the ones we've been seeing, how long does it take them to get to be that size? Do you guys know?
Hopefully you will get a shift with Abby Powell, and she will be able to answer all of your sponge questions. She's our sponge person, and I could not even begin to make up an answer to that.
No worries. I will ask Abby.
Yeah, I had the similar question. It's some of them are so large.
You tilt down a little, Argus.
Yeah, if they find the right spot
See what's coming up
to
there.
settle and are in one of these currents, we've seen some of the vase sponges up to a meter or two.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Lots of ctenophores glittering by.
I'm hoping some of our students along the coast, we have a pretty robust ROV competition that happens out in Olympic Coast through Mate. I'm hoping some of our students tune in tomorrow morning as we're finishing up this dive. See some of the mad skills.
Can probably come up a bit as I come under you there.
Coming up.
Yeah, it is nice and easy.
We gotta.
Okay, video, you can zoom there if you want. It's good.
Interesting sponge.
Yeah, that looks like a shelf sponge, what we would call a shelf sponge. And it's got the dirty fringe around the top edge.
Sorry. Wrong input. Zoom out a bit for me again, Riley.
Yep.
I'll require here.
So Nav, can you give me an idea of how long or
Okay, you
how
can
far
zoom in
we've
there.
come since our last transect?
Good.
Not far. But yes,
Not far.
I
Okay,
can give
that's
you
what I thought.
I can give you a number.
We haven't moved the boat in ages.
we've only, let's see. End transect. Yeah, we've really only come 30 meters.
Okay.
I'm right underneath Argus now, so we can probably go another 30 meters.
You mean?
Okay,
with
yeah,
the-
let's.
All right.
Good.
Sure.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make a move and see if we can put a little distance
Hagfish.
I
Yeah.
got
from
another,
Yeah, you got a bit, and then
I got 30 meters left before we have to move the boat.
roger that, yeah. And then I think it'll be another north, if I'm not mistaken. Should be all right.
Interesting to see them rolling around on the top
Yeah,
like
usually
that.
they're tying themselves in knots at this point. Figure 8.
Usually they're freaking out, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very chill.
Yeah, he looks super relaxed.
There's actually a commercial
in a bit.
fishery for these guys.
For hagfish.
For
Thank
it is. They fish them with barrels, almost like pots, and the pots are strung together in a line,
Oh.
and they are exported to Asia. And if you have ever seen an eel skin wallet, that's actually hagfish.
Oh.
Really?
Hmm.
Those teeth.
It's like a dog
Hagfish
just
traps
rolling
are
around.
hagfish traps are actually a common marine debris item, actually, from that fishery.
Not the most attractive fish I've seen.
Nightmare.
They're very unique in that they're primitive.
Zoom
They're
out
one
a
of
bit.
they're
Alright,
Okay, sorry.
the most primitive fish family or fish grouping,
zoom out video.
and they're jawless. They only have the mouth opening, so no lower jaw.
Mm.
And Liz is saying on sponge age, estimates vary a great deal, but some estimates are thousands of years for
Wow.
some of the larger sponges. Yeah,
Yeah, that's amazing.
Big crab. What's that coral?
Crab or coral.
You guys want to zoom on anything here? Watch leads or keep going?
nope. Let's just cruise for a bit. Seems like everywhere there's a rock peeking out of the mud, something is stuck to it.
Stuck onto it.
Take advantage of any substrate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's mostly sandy here, but whenever there is a rock, well populated.
Gonna do an on-the-fly ZVL reset.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's better.
It's not tracking so well, is it?
No, I like 'cause I keep stuffing it in the mud.
Liz is saying that on some of our repeated cruises, we've been able to track the growth of some of these sponges
Zoom in
over
just a
15
touch.
years,
Oh,
and they can recolonize places where there weren't sponges previously, and even the size distribution does change greatly in just 15 years.
Do you want to head 330?
So Erica, they've been tracking certain ones on this west coast here for over 15 years, or up
Marley,
to
do you
15
copy?
years.
Philosophical.
We've been lucky
Sorry,
enough
go ahead,
to
Nev.
be able to go back
zoom in a
to
touch to get
some
the porch out.
areas.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Thank you.
The,
Sorry, Randy, what were you saying?
I
It's
don't
time
know.
to move.
Yeah, do you want to? I think so. We can go 330.
Yeah, this has been, well, I've been basically still going north.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just seeing that it kind of drops out. So we can keep going north.
Yeah,
Bridge
we were
nav.
able to do
035 actually.
You want to go 035?
Yeah, roger.
That's off into nothingness. You're going to go deep. You're going to draw. 1 step 20 meters bearing 035. We'll just drop down a bit maybe. It looks like it's a lot flatter here. I mean, the slope is nowhere near as drastic as that prow.
we have some AUV cruise data from as early as 2005, and the last couple years on our deep sea coral cruises, we've been able to revisit not just the same sites, but actually the same track line
Awesome.
and compare the growth of and what's changed over that 15-year time period.
Mm-hmm.
is this another Scarlet King? Was that what they were called?
What's the little one
They're
next to it?
close, yeah. The little one's a Kagurus, I think, a hermit crab.
Oh, look at that little guy.
Oh yeah, tiny little guy.
Do we want to zoom?
Sure, if you want.
Just do a quick one. That little dude. Like he's waving at us.
Gonna take a look and see if I can get a better idea of what he is.
Missing a leg.
Oh yeah.
I think I can do another 20. Get a little bit closer, but given that you're already ahead. What's that? Yeah. Bridge nav. Still want to go 035. One more step, 20 meters bearing 035.
So I take that back. That might be a Paralomus multispina crab.
Paralemus multispina.
Erica, how long have you been studying deep sea organisms? You're quite familiar.
I've been with NOAA for 19 years, and I started out on the West Coast Groundfish Trawl Survey, which goes from the Canadian border to the Mexican border 2 times every summer. And we do about, or we would do about 700 sampling trawls every year.
Wow.
So you do a 15-minute tow, and then you count and identify and quantify and take samples from everything you catch.
You get to know a lot of organisms that way, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Well, it is paying off on these cruises.
It's been challenging though, switching from actually having an organism in your hand where you can count spines or count gill rakers on a fish, or you have something to actually compare to a picture, and doing these videos or even our AUV images or still images, the fish isn't always turned at the right angle. We have to identify a lot of fish from the AUV from a top view, instead of getting a sideways view. So
come up a bit, Mike.
I've had to adjust, and definitely not as sure about identifications from imagery, except with Herc's camera. That's next level.
Right.
Herc's blushing.
We really need one of those for our AUV. So Nav, would you let me know when we are over 100 meters away from the last transect, and we can maybe set up to try to do another one of those?
Sure.
What have we here?
So that one, I believe, is the rough tail skate. It's a darker color
Mm-hmm.
than the deep sea skate. Looks smaller.
I get tugged.
I could slide 10 at 315. That'd be.
Bridge nav. $10 meters, 315.
It's an outcrop here somewhere. Come up 5, Mike.
Somebody's saying nice claspers on that skate. And
Mm.
in mentioning those claspers, that makes it a male skate. Female skates do not have the claspers.
For the claspers at the
Zoom in there,
on the
video,
back
please.
end.
They are along
Good.
the tail on either side.
Yes, I
Seen
noticed
that
those.
before.
That is cool looking. Oh, is it a buried sea star?
Yeah.
No idea.
But
Okay, you
it
can go
looks like
wide.
a sea star, yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Hasn't
you.
moved in a little while. Or maybe it's been 5 minutes. I don't know. It's crazy.
Mm. I could need another 10, right?
Yeah, if we want to keep up on there. So I was trying to go north.
Yeah.
Bridge nav. 10 meters,